People in Park Ridge are raising concern about a COVID-19 spread at a local event. They say safety measures were ignored this weekend during a fundraiser for Republican candidates.
WGN's Dana Rebick is live in Park Ridge near the country club that hosted the fundraiser. Dana.
Well, this is an annual breakfast organized by a local women's Republican group, and many in the community feel that given we are in the middle of this pandemic, that it should not have been held this year. The mayor also aware of what took place here over the weekend and says he's not happy about it.
There was barely a mask to be seen in any of the photos that I saw. They were so brazen as to post all of these photos of people so closely sitting together and standing together without taking any precautions whatsoever. I found just really disappointing.
A fundraising event called the Red, White, and Blue Breakfast, hosted by the Republican Women of Park Ridge, held Saturday morning at the Park Ridge Country Club. In attendance, members of this group, as well as several top Republican candidates running for office. Organizers posted these photos to Facebook, then later took them down after backlash on social media from concerned community members.
I am disappointed the country club chose to allow them to host the event there. I don't know the extent to which they requested that the group follow guidelines that they then chose not to follow, or whether there was mutual agreement that the conditions were acceptable.
According to the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity and Governor J.B. Pritzker's Restore Illinois plan, meetings and social events are now limited to 50 or fewer guests or 50% of overall room capacity. Guidelines also state attendees should wear a face covering except while seated and have their temperatures taken upon entry.
In one photo alone, I clearly could count over 40 people, 45 people in one frame, and that frame clearly cut out some of the tables there. So I can't say exactly how many people were there, but it certainly was a well-attended event.
Park Ridge Mayor Marty Maloney said today, "I am extremely disappointed in the pictures I saw. This event was a lapse in judgment, a mistake, and very frustrating to me. I would have expected more from the Park Ridge Country Club and the Republican Women's Group." With kids set to return to school in Park Ridge for hybrid learning soon, some are worried a potential super spreader event could set them back.
We count on our leaders to be able to get the message out that it's not just about your personal choice, that the choices we all make individually have ripple effects throughout the entire community and beyond. So they're sending exactly the wrong message to their own members and the rest of the community.
Now, the president of the Republican Women's Group of Park Ridge did respond to us today. She says they felt that they did follow IDPH guidelines, handed out masks to attendees, and did have hand sanitizer on hand. She also said, quote, "All attendees removed their masks to eat. After sitting down and starting to eat, attendees were asked to stand to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and some did not put on their masks as they recited the pledge. Some individuals removed their masks momentarily after the event when taking a photo. The very limited times when attendees were not wearing masks were warranted and reasonable. Unfortunately, there are people in our community who do not genuinely care about the prevention of the spread of COVID-19, but take an opportunity such as this to harass our organization. We are not surprised by this and will continue to promote our message of freedom, family values, and patriotism to ensure a healthy, equitable, prosperous, and free America." Now, Mayor Maloney says that he has been in touch with the country club and this group, that city staff are still looking into this event to consider next steps. We do not know if that could include potentially fines and citations. We have also personally reached out to the Park Ridge Country Club and left a message with the general manager, who has not gotten back to us yet. Live in Park Ridge, Dana Rebick, WGN News.
All right, Dana, thanks.